Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft video. This is the new TU90 update. Just came out today, a lot earlier than we expected. So let's go through some of the features. Okay, so the new textures, a new cat variant, but you can keep the old textures for the Minecraft 2. Add the loom, a brand new block for the banners. That's mainly just gonna be for decoration. Different thing to put on banners. Lantern, light source, brighten the torch can be placed on top of or hung from. Lectern, new block that allows multiple players to read the same book. It's nice. New, there's of course the four-side bark and four-side stripped bark. Crossbow. Pillagers, but not exactly yet. They can only be spawned into creative. Shields, of course, that's one of the biggest things. Pillager, crossbow wielding pillager. Pillagers can only be found by using their spawn egg from the creative menu. New enchantment mooks, multi-shot, quick charge, and piercing. Huh?
Did you feed Stuart?
Yeah.
What's your deal, Stuart?
Multi-shot, quick charge, and piercing, all for the bow. Leaves now have a chance of dropping sticks. Dead bushes can now be used as furnace fuel. Coarse flowers can be destroyed with arrows. Cats can now be healed by feeding them raw cod or raw salmon. Creepers can now drop records if they're killed by a stray. Dispensers with shears in them will shear sheep when activated. That's cool. It's good for like farming and stuff. Add new recipes for rabbit stew and beetroot stew. Add the ability to create dyed stained glass from glass paint and dye. Add the ability to create dyed carpet from the white carpet and dye. Wet sponges will now dry out after a while when placed in the nether or a warm biome. Add new trophies for the bloom plethora of cats and Sail the Seven Seas and Original Wizard and Atlantis. Atlantis, you need to find sea runes. Original Wizard, I'm not sure about that one. Sail the Seven Seas is go to every single different sea biome. Plethora of cats is have one of each cat. And for the loom is make a banner in the loom with a golden apple. Okay, so we're going to go into my realistic world and we're going to use the classic texture pack first. Let's load the game up. Let's not have it at nighttime once we get in there. Okay, so let's change it back to daytime. This is quite nice. Daytime. There we go, and so just gotta get a close overlook of the world we got. Okay, so we got the roads, the buildings, the brick is going to change, I'm pretty sure, so is cobblestone. So these buildings are going to change a lot. I think some of this might. So take a close look, especially at bricks. Stone bricks, those are changing a lot, I'm pretty sure. I think some of these textures might be changing, not the grass. Grass is going to stay the same. Wood will be changing, I'm pretty sure. I think that might be changing too. I gotta look at one of these because they're all the same. Look at the wood. Can't do a side-by-side comparison, but, you know, too bad. Look at the oak logs right now, and This, that is a weird tree. Gotta chop that down. Look at the birch. Look at the dark oak. See how it changes later on. Look at the cobblestone. Look at the water. I think it might change. Look at the wood, of course. Might change the lily pads. Look at the cobblestone. Look at the gravel and the andesite and stuff. I think those are changing. Look at all this stuff. Look at all this. Okay, so, then we'll go over here, point out stuff that we'll have to look at after. Look at, of course, the bricks and the cobblestone. Those are definitely changing. Look at all the flowers, maybe might change. Definitely the cobblestone again. The wood, the logs, those are changing. Not sure if any concrete is changing. Maybe not. Not sure about this new slab. I haven't looked into it. Look at all of the gray blocks, like the terracotta. Look at the glass. I think they're changing that. Look at the acacia log. Look at the spruce. Look at everything here. And now, probably look at these cobwebs too. That's probably all. So let's exit without saving. And then we're going to load realistic with the Minecraft texture pack and see what it's like with the new texture pack. Or not new texture pack, but the new textures for all of Minecraft. As a whole, this is what your default will be from now on. It will no longer be the old textures, but will be these new textures. So, first of all, I want to point out the bricks look much more, realistic in a way, and, smoother, kind of. More like these have been, sanded down, a bit more curved. Okay. Look at the flowers. They've changed a bit, I think. Flowers seem a bit more cartoony. Yeah, the flowers have definitely changed. So have the cobblestone. I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like less really crisp and sharp, like the old bricks and cobblestone used to be. And I guess they haven't changed the glass. I thought they would. Once again, they're kind of doling down the textures, but with like so it's like at the same time they're making it more detailed yet more dull at the same time, It's not the same sharp, because this is a different hue of orange, that different hue of gray, darker. These are the same as they used to be. These are slightly different. Not much. This is obviously different, so is this, so is the fern. Other than that, the cyan terracotta hasn't changed much. Neither of the beds. I don't think they've changed at all. Neither is the cyan terracotta. Look at the wood. Once again, more detailed yet a lot more dull, It's all different, Vines. Look at the wood. Right there, look at the sandstone. That's a completely different texture than we've seen before. It's definitely less favorable, actually, in these builds. The sandstone right here. But, whatever. As I said, dull, but not as crisp and clean, but also more, Minecrafty in a way, if you know what I'm saying. Cobblestone, gravel has just been completely dulled. So is andesite. Yeah, there's a lot of dulling on that andesite from what it used to be like. Torches are just the same. Look at that wood and that texture. Look at the dark oak. It's, different texture right there. Birch, a lot more realistic, but also kind of dull, Completely different texture for the dandelion. I mean, the dam looks a lot better with this texture pack, actually. I like how, with this new kind of dulled, but at the same time, kind of, more realistic kind of looking. The dam looks way better than it used to be, Though I wish the trapdoors were brighter, kind of more like they used to be, because it goes better with the stairs. So, just only complaint, wish these were like a tone brighter or so. Leaves, a lot different. A lot of the flowers have changed, or if not all of them, I'm pretty sure. I think they slightly changed the path block. Of course, they changed the fences with the oak wood fence. The logs look a lot less how they used to look, which makes this bridge kind of look a bit less sturdy, because it looks like someone just put up some plain, logs, and not, kind of beamy, like a beam, as they used to be, but at the same time, it makes sense. And from afar, it doesn't look that different, it's not going to change your builds too drastically. Once again, jungle leaves have changed. So have the cobblestone, mossy cobblestone. So have the lily pads. I mean, it just looks different. Obviously, like I said, all the flowers have changed pretty much. I mean, look at this house. I wish the little dark bits on the wood kind of make it look, to me, kind of less stable and less sturdy than it used to be, but all the same, it's well and good. And, it has the same feel, but it's like a bit different, It's very similar. And then, from a little ways away, that doesn't look different, very different, except for maybe the oak from, beginning when we looked at it, but, really up close, it's kind of look different. Water is maybe slightly different. I'm not sure about that. Once again, I actually like the bricks in this texture pack a lot more, so same with the stone bricks. I'm not exactly sure, so I kind of like and kind of don't like the way they've changed the cobblestone. I like the changes they've made to these crops. The wheat looks a lot more like wheat. The carrots look a lot more like carrots. I think I only did carrots and not potatoes, so yeah, it's all carrots. Oh yeah, this is nice. We can have a nice close look. Well, the cornflower and the lily of the valley haven't changed, but they are relatively new, so they were released after this pack was implemented into the PC anyways, so sunflowers look a lot different. everything here looks different than it was, but also similar, you know? Now, it's not like they're completely changing into something different, like a mashup pack would or whatever. Now, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, looks good. I think they made the windows wider than they used to be with the white stains, you know, when you stain them. But, looks very similar, if not completely the same. Definitely not completely the same, but very similar. As I said, they didn't change up this, you know, they didn't change up any of my road blocks, which is nice. Haven't changed the banners too much, I think. Block of quartz definitely looks different. I wonder if this texture pack, because block of quartz compared to, there's that weird smooth quartz block, because those were the same when they came out, but now are they any different? So this is the block of quartz that you normally see, and this is the smooth quartz. Exactly the same. I still don't see any difference. I don't see any reason for any of those for the smooth quartz block. They've definitely changed the iron door. So this is definitely different. Everything is definitely different, but at the same time, so similar to the old one. So now that we've gone over the texture changes, what pack will I personally be using? I think I'm probably gonna be using the old one just because that's how it's been. That's what these builds are made in. That's what they were made for. Though I do like a lot of the changes that they've made with this texture pack. And I might use it in a different world, you know. But I really don't like the changes to the oak wood, especially, just because of that, you know, that where I'm pointing right there, those little dark spots right there. Those are just, I don't know why, don't like them. But let's look at some of the new things. Let's also look at granite. Let's also look at granite, diorite, and andesite, along with all the block, the gold, iron, diamond, lapis, and emerald, because they have changed those. So granite looks like that now, a lot different than it used to. So does diorite, so does andesite. I mean, let's look at the smooth versions of those two. Diorite. So I think it looks a lot better than it used to. So does that right there. But, you know, they're all very similar still, definitely. But as for these ones, they have changed almost entirely, except for those two, I'm pretty sure. So the kind of, the gemstones and the precious metal have changed. They look a lot different. Well, the gold looks different, the diamond looks different, and the emerald look different, but gold and diamond look almost exactly the same, except just different colors. And the emerald looks like that now. So, I think they changed up all the ores, too, because it looks slightly different, I think. Maybe. So, yeah, that's all different. Let's try and find some new features, because there's so much to go over, but I can't. So, we'll use lantern, So there's the new lantern bush. The shrub and the dead bush have changed enormously. So have the saplings, you know, so have the melons. Of course, flowers changed a bit. Painting, just the texture though, not the actual. The actual paintings are still exactly the same. Flower pot looks different, but it's still exactly the same, just as I said. All the flowers have changed. Other than that, these banner patterns can be used on the banners for what used to be like the border indented, you know, the creeper charge, the skull charge, the flower charge, the thing, the field mason, you know, that kind of stuff where you just directly apply the thing. Now, you gotta put it on a piece of paper and then put it on the, which is kind of indirect, you know. But, whatever. Next we've got, I think most of this stuff is gonna be in the lectern, but, or not, most of this stuff is gonna be in the lectern. A lot of the food stuffs look different. The armor looks different. Totem of Undying, the horse armors, the fire charge, shield, crossbow, and all of the new piercing, quick charge, and multi-shot enchantments. This is nothing new. At the lectern and the loom, and they changed the brewing stand, it looks like. Monster spawner. And then we're gonna want the pillager. And that's all we need. So, lantern looks like that. Or, oh, you can't put it on the bottom stairs. That's not good. Change that, okay? Make sure you change that, dudes. Can't hang on the bottom of the stairs. It's just like something there that's blocking it. No. There's it hanging. There's it on the ground. Can't put it on the side of the box either, which is kind of a disappointment, but, you know, just saying. If you can have them hanging on the ground, why can't you have them on the side of stuff or underneath stairs? Y'all need to change that, because why? So, apparently these give off more light than torches. Not going to test that. Just going to go with their word. Can they go on fences? Yes. It's good. They may not look as cool as torches in some cases, though, you know. They look kind of cool. They look pretty cool, but, like, they may not work in other situations. Just want to say. Shield. You put the shield right here in your shield slot. And then the shield slot also shows up right next to your inventory to show you've got a shield there, and then you can put banners on the shields to make them look cool, and then you can always block with the shield. I think the shield just automatically blocks. Now we draw back the crossbow, and so it does more damage than the bow, but has a longer drawback time. And that is what the quick charge is for. Quick charge is to make the crossbow draw up faster. Piercing is for it to go through multiple enemies. And multi-shot is for it to fire 3 shots instead of 1, I think. So let's take out this anvil. Looks slightly different, I think. I'll put piercing on it. We're going to put quick charge on it. And then we're going to put multi-shot on. Excuse me. Why kind of weird? Can you not have like more than 2 on a crossbow or something? Or can you not have like piercing and multi-shot? Multi-shot, piercing. Just want to test that. Pump multi-shot first on this one. Piercing. Okay, so, but if, so this is the one with the piercing, and the quick charge, this is the one with the multi-shot, but if I go and get a quick charge, can I do multi-shot and quick charge? Yes, I can. So you're gonna have to choose between if you want multiple shots or one shot that can go through multiple enemies. So look, that is so much faster than it used to be. It's faster than drawing back a bow, actually. And as you can see, this one has multi-shot, so 3 at once. Woo! And then piercing, I mean, you can't tell. And we're going to place down the lectern. So you can read, you can put a book on this. So if I get a book in quill and put something on it, like, who knows, I don't know, just a bit of this. So we're going to put this one, and going to take that one right there off, and we're going to put this one on, because it is 10 times better. And then we're going to have the loom right here, which you select the banner, and then where are banners again there? And here I choose blue, because blue is cool. Going to select that banner. And then, you know, can do the exact same thing you used to do. Except with this one, it's slightly different because you're going to need, for the field basin, for the borders and the gradients, those are going to work regular unless you got the indented border, which needs that little piece of paper. How you get that piece of paper is you use a regular piece of paper and a vine, put them together, put it with some dye on your banner, and that's how it works. Or alternatively, you can still use a crafting table, and in the crafting table you just use the straight up block instead of having to use, you know, the whatever. Except one thing with the loom is that you don't have to actually spell out the letter. It's on you. What? This is kind of weird, actually. If we take some dye, should be in here. Just take one black dye, and we go like that. Wow. Okay, that's different. you only need one of each die now to make anything. Doesn't matter how much space it takes up. As long as you're on the loom, though, because if you are on this one, it's still going to take the 4s, the 3s, the however many, the 5s. It's still going to take much more. The 6 for a fess, still going to take that. But it's also nice that you don't have to have that piece of paper for that right there. So, but it's also nice that you only have to use one instead of that many. Like 9 for just a border, kind of expensive. But, whatever. Now we are going to get rid of all this other stuff that's in our inventory, besides the book of sub, and we're going to spawn in some of the new. Why is it on P? Okay, peaceful mode to easy, and we're going to get a. And as you can see, 1 in 11 to 1 in 12 of these dudes drop their crossbows. So, kind of hard, but I'm going to go into, no I'm not, I need some armor first. Good way to show off the new armor. Okay. Armor hasn't actually changed. Now we're going to change into survival. I'm going to use my multi-shot. How do I drop? What the? Okay, excuse me. Wait. Why can't I draw back my bow? Okay, now, let me try. But I can't. What the heck? Well, that is just a plain old something going wrong. That is a whatchamacallit, that is a glitch. So is, I think, the fact that I can't block with my shield, because can't block with my shield. That is weird. I mean, let's see if I go into survival. I still can't block. Okay. Maybe it's because I'm on this creative server. But, I hope that's all it is, and not that that is completely bugged right now and you can't actually do anything, because I'm using the trigger that I'd assume would block anyways. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Pillar juice, dude. Not cool. Anyways, I assume would block, but it's not working. Also, the draw wasn't working either. So, I hope y'all liked this video. See y'all in the next one. Goodbye.